Alors c'est parti. Yiyun Li, bonjour. Un grand merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation de la Fringale culturelle. C'est un plaisir de vous rencontrer aujourd'hui. Vous venez nous rendre visite en France pour la publication d'un nouveau roman qui s'appelle Plus doux que la solitude, disponible aux éditions Belfond. Première question, quel sentiment cela vous procure de publier en France?
Well, thank you for having me. And of course, it always makes me happy to have a book translated into another language, French especially. And you know, it's a special country. I grew up on French literature, so it was important for me to come over.
Qu'est-ce que vous aimez? Qu'est-ce que vous avez aimé lire tout en grandissant? Dites-nous un petit peu vos influences françaises.
You know, it's interesting because when I grew up, there were not many books, so I read whatever was available to me. So Victor Hugo and Emile Zola and Roman Holland, these French writers, and Balzac. These were all translated into Chinese, and I read them early on.
On va parler de votre roman Plus doux que la solitude aux éditions Belfond. Pour commencer, j'aimerais que vous nous parliez de ces trois personnages qui sont les trois personnages principaux de votre roman.
Yeah. So the three characters were teenagers when we first saw them in the book. When we first see them in the book, and they were friends, and it's a love triangle at the beginning stage. But among the three of them, one or maybe all three of them were responsible for poisoning of another woman. And so the novel followed these three characters through 21 years after the poisoning and see where they end as middle-aged people.
Alors, ces personnages, ils ont quand même un point commun. Vous parlez de la solitude.
Yes, and although all three of them wanted the solitude to be a positive thing in their life, all three of them wanted to hide behind their solitude. So they consciously make the decision not to engage with people, not to develop close relationships. And in the end, as one of the characters realizes that they don't have solitude, all they have is a lifelong quarantine against love. So their solitude really failed, all three of them, in the end.
Alors, la solitude, malgré qu'ils aient ça en commun, ils ont tous les trois une manière de la vivre de manière très différente.
Yes. So it's almost a study of loneliness or study of solitude to me. So one of them is a successful businessman, and he tries to live his life at the most superficial level to fend off the solitude, but it doesn't work. The other two women come to America and both married and then divorced because marriage does not solve their solitude problem either.
Qu'est-ce qui a fait que vous avez eu envie d'écrire sur ce thème-là?
Yes, loneliness, is often a theme that I'm interested in because it's at that level people have to live without any superficiality. And, anytime a character is with another character or with another person, there's a certain level of, acting. But you can't really act when you're alone with yourself. So you have to be able to face yourself when you're alone. So that's why I'm curious about what people are when they are at their loneliness moment, because that's where their real selves come into their lives.